frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me
Well, there is a definite chill in the Northern California air, Coach, but still a wonderful afternoon for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechny, as their guys get set to bell season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped yard line.
Waiting. Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Watch it.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. It'll go as a loss of a second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative.
54. Here we go.
Now wins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7.
Here's Wentz to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? And
play Howard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back.
In this case, that play got bottled up.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here comes. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you. Now Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play. But
made it happen. They put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Great for Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be 82 points.
On 2nd and 11 now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. The 40. The 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard way. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, it's Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Alex Erickson. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
81.
Throwing is Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Check 99.
Wentz now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw, it's Wentz. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get...
And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Shane Ray make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They ended up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Erickson now to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 13-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Check 3, check.
Down the man inside, down the man. Sunday.
On first down, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. What you done?
Wentz to throw again. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
6 down, man, 5-4. Let's 5-7.
54. Let's go,
Now Wentz again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, You and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
That one complete to Elliott. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A quick pass out to Juju. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th. Locke. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Yo. No. Undercut.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
3rd and 2, Luck. Flush to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
We got him. We got him.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 180. 54 Mike. In the face. Man 5-7. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Hey, wahoo. What's it done?
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Caught here by Griffin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Wentz now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a first and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Telvin Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Throwing on second down. Luck. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now again, right side, Thompson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 11.
Again, a run with Thompson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check out. 1-6-2-7.
A shotgun snap for Love. And that's Elliott, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Second and goal from inside the 5. On second down, it's Snell. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Now Luck on third and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ted Ginn, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 17-3. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Niners on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got his man. It's Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Again, it's Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's got it. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jordan Howard, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs and keep possession of the football.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Monday.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Elliott on 1st down, got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. the gun. Luck. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Elliott, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
He's coming.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? He's got a man, complete. That's good for 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 15. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes the heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Packers, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Yeah, the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.